Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
And thanks for joining us this afternoon. We begin with the ongoing impeachment of former President Donald J. Trump. Today's debate focusing on whether it violates to try a former president. Armed with shocking, never-before-seen footage of the attack on the Capitol, House Democrats opened their impeachment case against Donald Trump by arguing the former president wasn't just reluctant to stop the mayhem, he was relishing the moment. House impeachment managers accuse him of whipping his supporters into a frenzy, culminating in a fiery speech directly before the riot. Yesterday, the Senate decided it was constitutional and a largely party-line vote. Now, starting tomorrow, the two sides are set to go deeper into the case for and against conviction of the former president. The Kern County Sheriff's Office needs your help to find two missing girls, Olivia and Juliana Nunez. Olivia is 16 years old and was last seen January 8th by employees of the Jameson Center. Juliana is 14 years old. She was last seen by her social services worker on January 15th. Anyone with information regarding their whereabouts is asked to call the Kern County Sheriff's Office at 861-3110 or the Secret Witness Hotline at 322-4040. Now, coronavirus cases continue to decline, even though we saw a spike in new cases yesterday. Now, today, Public Health reports 449 new cases and 4 new deaths. On average, 421 people are testing positive for the virus each day. 274 people are in the hospital with more severe symptoms, according to state data. 51 people are fighting for their lives in the ICU. 664 lives have been lost since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, 1 of every 4 people who died from coronavirus died in December. And in our continuing coverage on coronavirus in kids, new data is showing how many children tested positive for COVID-19 last week. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Children's Hospital Association, over 117,000 new COVID-19 cases in children were reported last week. The researchers say that between January 21st and February 4th, there was a 10% increase in pediatric cases. The experts say that children represented almost 13% of all cases. As of February 4th, roughly 2.93 million children have tested positive since the pandemic began. And today, Kern Public Health is administering vaccines at the mass vaccination site at the Kern County Fairgrounds. Appointments for the week opened up Monday morning, and by yesterday, they were booked up for the week. The fairgrounds currently administers an average of 600 vaccines a day, 4 days a week. But soon, Public Health will open the vaccination drive-through. Now, their goal is to hand out 5,000 shots a day. And Bakersfield Mayor Karen wants to get teachers vaccinated so they can get young children back into school. Yesterday, she joined 10 other California mayors in a letter urging the governor and state leaders to vaccinate teachers from transitional kindergarten through 2nd grade. They're asking for these teachers and school officials to get priority access to the vaccine so they can reopen those grades for in-person learning. The letter says this group is a relatively small population and that prioritizing them will lead to positive change for the most vulnerable students. And more than 68,000 vaccines have been given to people in Kern County. Here's a look at the list of people who are eligible to get the shot. Anyone 65 years or older, all healthcare workers and first responders. Now, the next tier of people eligible for the vaccine will include teachers, childcare workers, those in emergency services, and people who work in the food and agriculture industry. The state has already given the okay for this group, but it's unclear when the county will give its okay. And doctors say getting the COVID vaccine is especially important for Black Americans, as this segment of our population is dying from COVID-19 at nearly triple the rate of white Americans. That's why 17 News will broadcast a town hall hosted by 17's Moses Small to talk with local doctors about why communities of color should consider taking the shot. It's happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on KGET. Well, many people are feeling stressed from the past year since the start of the pandemic. Now, that may have led to difficulty sleeping and for many weight gain. Now, joining us once again is Jessica Myers. She's a physician assistant who specializes in functional and herbal medicine. Jessica, it is so great to have you with us again this afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Nicole. Thank you for having me today. This is such an important topic because who isn't feeling some stress lately? Stress can lead to high cortisol, which is known as the stress hormone. And when that rises in the evening, it interferes with sleep, causing a wired and tired feeling. And that rise in cortisol can also contribute to stubborn tummy fat. When you're at home snacking more with your regular gym routine canceled and that rise in stress, it can all contribute to the COVID-19 weight gain. So when it comes to food and snacking, you want to concentrate on whole foods over anything in a package. Trade in those chips for some carrots or cucumber slices and dip them in guacamole. And an important thing to remember for exercise, when you are under stress, less is more. Doing a 15-minute home circuit workout will activate your body's ability to burn fat more than if you did a run or other longer workout. And especially if you've noticed that difficulty sleeping we talked about, you want to try and plan your workout for the morning, which is shown to contribute to better sleep more than if you had done that same workout later in the day. You can try a high-intensity interval training workout, which is quick and can be done at home with no equipment. You can use body weight exercises for 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds off for 8 intervals, and repeat with 2 to 5 different exercises such as squats, push-ups, lunges, and planks. And in 15 minutes, you can have an effective workout to help you really activate your ability to burn fat while not further stressing your body.
You know, Jessica,
and of course,
I was just going to say how important mental health is. And I feel like especially this year, we have learned how important it is to, take care of ourselves, our sleep schedule, our weight. Just really quickly, what is maybe the one most important thing we should take away from bettering our mental health?
You know what? When you better your mental health, you're going to be much more prepared to take care of those around you, take care of the tasks that you need to do every day at home. So when you invest in yourself, you're really investing in your whole life.
Thank you, Jessica. I mean, these are such great tips, and I love speaking with you, talking about how we can just take care of ourselves, especially as the new year is here. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thanks, Nicole. Have a great day.
You as well. In education news, Lake Isabella residents gathered yesterday for an Open Our Schools rally, urging state and county leaders to allow in-person learning to return. Now, dozens of students, families, and teachers showed up, with some calling on Governor Gavin Newsom to get rid of the state's tiered reopening system. Many of the signs at the rally read 329 days, now showcasing the amount of time students have been out of the classroom. Teachers at the rally said they trust their district's reopening team to make safety a top priority when schools do get the green light to allow in-person learning. And Stockdale High School has been named champion of the 40th annual Kern County Academic Decathlon. Now, the competition was held virtually this year and was made up of 10 events, including art, essay, language and literature, and mathematics. Rounding out the top 3 spots were Stockdale, Arvin, and Frontier. Students David Chamberlain finished in first place individually and division. Now, congratulations to Stockdale High School and all of the students involved in this year's competition. And the Kern High School District is helping to prepare students for college. KHSD teamed up with Bakersfield College to offer college course opportunities for 9th through 12th graders. Now, all courses will be offered after school, meeting 2 to 3 times a week. Students have the opportunity to earn an associate's degree through the free courses. Applications are now being accepted until March 26th. To register, head to bakersfieldcollege.edu/earlycollege/KHSD. And happening around town, you can help compete in this year's Battle of the Badgets. Today, the Red Cross held their first blood drive for the competition. Donors are asked to pick an agency to make their donation for. Those include Bakersfield Fire, Kern County Fire, Bakersfield Police, and the Kern County Sheriff's Office. There is still time for you to donate. The one happening today goes until 4, and then there will be another one if you can't make it today. That second event is happening February 24th at the DoubleTree on Camino del Rio Court in Bakersfield.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.